Self-Made Saints Row drops a brand new trailer, which we will be diving into, and 3 future DLC packs that has not been confirmed has been spotted in the wild but guaranteed for the new Saints Row game. Let's go ahead and run that intro, and then we gonna start the trailer right at the beginning, and I'll catch you afterward.
Got eyes on the buyer?
Yep. Here he comes.
And I got the dealer. Nina, they're heading your way. They're here.
You should have eyes on the merchandise.
I sure do.
Was that a gunshot?
Yeah, they shot the dealer.
Ugh, that is so unprofessional.
There's a lot of them. Can we do this?
We can't afford not to. Nina, you good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. Whenever you're ready, Kevin.
What are you guys thinking for dinner tonight? How about my world famous chili con carne? Hey guys, what you got in the... Oh, stolen Marshall MDI-101 M9 multi-rocket shoulder launchers. Nice. My buddies and I have been looking all over town for those. Have you been hoarding? See, we need them for our startup. It's a criminal empire kind of... Go! I dug it there! After him!
You should buckle up.
Kevin! Get the fuck away from my friends.
What's up, guys? Wave Report back in the building with another Saints Row video. Now, wow. That's the first word that comes to mind. This game looks fantastic. Now, I'm going to give you my personal opinion and my take on the trailer and when I stopped playing the actual series. Now, first of all, the trailer looks fantastic. It looks down to earth. It looks like everything it's supposed to look like. It's giving me that Saints Row 1, Saints Row 2 vibe, but with a little more seriousness to it. So I'm really feeling what they're doing with this game here. I stopped playing Saints Row. After Saints Row 2, I stopped playing. I couldn't deal with what they were doing, the aliens and going to hell, this, that, and the third. The series just took a total flump. And also, I'm going to be making a big comparison in future videos of how this new Saints Row is taking direct shots at Grand Theft Auto 5 and the Grand Theft Auto franchise. Now, I do want to say this. The direction that Saints Row is going, they have the new opportunity that they killed the first time. They have that opportunity back to compete with Grand Theft Auto by them making the game more realistic, more down to earth, where you deal with real life problems, you know, and we're criminals again, which is great. So no more rockets, no more none of that stuff. So I just gotta tell you guys, I am so looking forward to this. I'm literally going to go out of my way to buy either a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 5 just to buy this game and just to reboot it. Congratulations to Volition, because they really did their thing with this game. Now, we got that out the way. I'm going to be talking about some other news, which is the future DLC of Saints Row. Now, this has not been confirmed by Volition, but it was found in the files. You know, they always going to put the files somewhere, and people always going to hack them, things of that nature. So 3 future DLC packs are guaranteed to come, and we're going to be getting into that in just a second. But I want to tell you this. I'm going to be reading your comments on the screen later, so you definitely want to stay tuned. For those of you who did comment on the previous Saints Row video, I want to take the conversation and expand it so everyone can see it, and we can kind of keep this going. So I will be doing a comment of the day section on each video. At least I'm going to try to, especially with this new upgraded production. So with that being said, make sure you like and subscribe, because we're going to have tons of fun around here. That's what we're going to do. Now let's go ahead and get into that DLC that I've been talking about, and then we're going to chop it up some more after that. New Saints Row will have a season pass with 3 DLC expansions. Now, shout out to Connor Sheridan for writing this amazing article over at GameRadar.com. And guess what? That 3 DLC will be coming with new missions and gameplay. Let's get into it. Now, the new Saints Row will get a trio of DLC expansions after it comes out, giving players new things to do and probably new people to kill in Santo Ileso. The Epic Games store page for Saints Row Gold Edition, which bundles in the DLC expansion pass along with other bonus content, specifies that the pass includes 3 future game expansions coming post-release. Each of these expansions will add new missions and gameplay with their own unique content, apparently all set within the same Southwest US open world of Santo Ileso. Outside of mentioning it in store pages, developer Volition hasn't made any public announcements about its plans for Saints Row DLC, which is not unusual since it only unveiled the game last week. It's also not a surprise since every numbered entry in the Saints Row franchise before this one has had a decent amount of DLC. Here's hoping that Volition brings back the seasonal fun with a spiritual successor to Saints Row 4, How the Saints Stole Christmas. Now, it clearly sounds like the Saints Row franchise has a lot in store for us. We cannot ignore that. Now, in my previous video, I asked you guys, what did you think? And I asked you guys to drop your opinions on the series below so I can get your thoughts on their new take of the game. And here is some of the comments that you guys left. Now, remember, if you want your comment featured in future videos, you need to comment on the video, you need to like, and you need to subscribe. Participate, and I will show your comments. Now, let's go ahead and get directly into these comments, and let's see what the community got to say about it. Now, Patty Vigor said, this is not Saints Row, it's just Fortnite, the open world game. Now, I gotta admit, there are a lot of similarities between this game and Fortnite. We'll get into that in another video. Now, Warren Graham said it didn't need a hard reboot. Keep the characters and take it back to gang banging on the streets of a new city. Now, I agree they could have kept the same characters, but took it to a new city. However, I gotta agree and disagree. I see your point. I see where you're coming from, but I'm actually loving the fact that it's a brand new game because they don't have to stick to the continuity of all the other Saints Rows. We just gonna pretend it didn't happen, and now it's free for all. You can basically do whatever you want with the characters, which works a lot easier on the developers from a business standpoint. Now, Chris Chupp said, game will be fine. It looks good and fun. They don't have to follow junk on TV though, either. I agree. Just have fun with the game. Now, Rodney Rick came in and said, the BS. Saints Row 3 and 4 weren't Saints Row. They were only bought by the players to keep the franchise alive. Saints Row 1 and 2 are Saints Row. Volition has always known this. They always known that this is just a money grab and is already a total failure, and have sold the exclusive rights to the Epic Games Store to be sold alongside Fortnite, which is it's a clone of. Okay, second person that said that. They did this to recuperate development costs and avoid bankruptcy. However, the Epic Games Store has lost hundreds of millions of dollars and still doesn't even have a storefront. This is not Saints Row, and that's why they have been spending so much time trying to defend their decisions and not going bankrupt, instead of trying to sell a product that would have most likely been a record-selling product for their company. Now they're trying to not lay off workers again. Now, that was Rodney Rick's comment. We're going to scroll down to another one. JK, I feel like people might be misinterpreting what they mean when they say they're dialing back the humor. I see it, and they've tried to give us a more serious game than what we've gotten recently. Let me go back up because I didn't respond to Rodney Rick's comment. Now, Rodney, I see exactly where you're coming from. They had something huge on their hands, and as I mentioned in the video, they fumbled the bag when it came to competing with Grand Theft Auto. They did all this crazy stuff when they could have had a banger on their hands. Now, and I will tell you, this time around, they have a banger on their hands. I will make a video about that, so you want to stay tuned. But great comment. I'm going to like this comment. I'm going to heart this comment. Appreciate you commenting on the video. It means a lot. Now, let's go back and finish what JK was talking about. JK says, so like, no. Aliens and superpowers, or killing evil Santa, or flying around in hell as Johnny Gat, just no more ridiculous stuff like that. They do keep saying they're not doing offensive humor anymore, which I do see why some people are calling that woke. But if it means they're not going to put our characters in BDSM gear and have us running around with purple bats, I'm all for it. Me too. Also, I do believe a reboot was the best decision for Saints Row. I've always felt that way after 4. Now, I'm just not sure if they're going about it quite right, but I guess we'll find out soon. Now, I'm going to heart your comment. I'm going to like your comment too. And for those of you that I did not heart and comment, don't worry. I will go back and I will get that. We'll get that done. I appreciate you guys commenting. Let's see what else we got. Now, J-Rail Virgil Hicks said, I agree, but with the whole gangster and seriousness in the game. Exactly. So I want to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Do you agree with the comments that these people left? Which one of these users left the most sensible comment to you? Can you see where they're coming from? I also want you to drop your comment and let me know your thoughts on the rebooted version of Saints Row. And that about wraps this video up. I appreciate you guys if you watched all the way to the end. I'm going to try to make longer content, more detailed content, more high production content. Now, the only downside to that is it may shrink the number of videos that I'm putting out, but I'm going to work my ass off to bring you guys the best content possible. So consider this video a test run to see how you guys respond to it, how well it does, things of that nature, and that will tell me how hard I'm going to go with the rest of these videos. Until next time, remember, this is Saints Row News. I will see you all later. Peace out.